Good morning. I read the other day about a young man who was very disheveled. He'd been up all night and he'd been walking, and he kind of had lost his sense of direction. He didn't know where to go. And it happened to be that he was up all night on Saturday night, and he was really pretty not good looking at all. But he didn't know what to do, and he happened to go by a church, and he decided to go in. So he went in and he sat down on the back pew. And while he sat there wasn't much going on. But he sat there, and all of a sudden he looked down a ways, and there he saw one of his professors at the college. And as he watched it, they decided to have prayer. And the professor bowed his head, and he didn't bow his head at all. He watched the professor the whole time as the prayer was made. And when the prayer was over, the professor looked up, and the young man could see serenity and peace and joy and life all over him. And he couldn't get over it. He didn't hear anything of the sermon. Later on, years and years later, he turned out to be a medical missionary. And he came back from being overseas, and he decided to go see the old professor. And when he got to the old professor, he told him how much and what a difference he had made in his life that day, that he prayed and that he found peace and rest. And he said that made all the difference in his life. I wonder how many of us have somebody that graced us, that did something special for us. And what we need to do is go back and tell them about it, because for this old professor it was a real joy to learn that he had this kind of influence on this great missionary, a medical missionary. And so it is with some of the people we talk with and we live with. We need to go say to them, hey, you really changed my life. Your information, your testimony, your way of looking at things, your lifestyle, they all impacted me, and I want God's grace to be in my life. I really want that to happen, and I hope that you'll do that someday for someone you love.